What's up guys, my name is Eduardo, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to train your back in creative ways when you don't have formal gym equipment. And using the things that you have at home can build enough strength to do really impressive stuff like the front lever. So I'll start off with this first clip here. I shot that clip a few years ago when I was living in a very small apartment, and this was really the only way I can train the front lever was to use that dining table. But I'm a big believer in using what you have and making the most out of it, because brands and high-end equipment don't matter nearly as much as intelligent overload. I can buy all the equipment in the world, but what really matters the most is what's in here. And that's what one of my mentors told me. You know, when he was maybe like 21 or 22, when he first opened his gym, he bought a gym and only bought a couple kettlebells and would start training people out of it. And then one day, some guy went into his gym and he looked at him straight in the eye and he said, "I have more equipment at home. Why would I need to train here?" And my mentor, he asked him the same thing. "Why are you here then?" You know, because he wasn't there for the equipment, he was there for what was in the coach's mind. Use what you have when you have it. And as long as you're applying intelligent overload, you're being creative, you're putting in the time and the effort, you will see progress. Now, I will say having some equipment is a nice plus, but it's not necessary, and you can make a lot of gains with just a few things that you have at home. For example, here's another clip of me using just a couple chairs and something as simple as a dowel rod. Notice how the progressions with the chairs are pretty much the same as the progressions with the dining table. However, the chairs open up just a bit more creativity because you have all of this open space. So you can work up to even more advanced strength in your full range of motion with exercises like front lever rows. You can seriously get so strong with just your body weight and some things just lying around your house. However, you have to experiment a bit and get creative, and you have to be a bit cuckoo, to be honest. I've been known to do some sketchy stuff. I mean, training on a dining table is sketchy. Training on a couple chairs with a dowel rod is sketchy. I've even trained on a basketball rim before. You know, you do what you have, and you have to take in consideration that I'm 150 pounds. So those things were sturdy enough to support my body weight. And if you're heavier, then you might need to find some other solutions. Now, if you're on the taller or heavier side, you're gonna have a harder time doing calisthenics in general. It's gonna be harder to do the exercises for one, compared to someone like me who's 5'6" and 150 pounds. But it's also gonna be harder to find equipment that's sturdy enough to support you. But there are structures that you might have at home that isn't necessarily equipment, such as a rooftop addition that will go over a driveway. That's what I used to do when I lived with my mom, and I would pretty much hop on that and either loop my gymnastics rings around or perform front lever variations. My mom's roof addition would have beams exposed so I could grab onto them and perform things like pull-ups and front levers. And the really cool thing was too that I could loop my gymnastics rings around and train things that were closer to the ground like dips and push-ups and stuff like that. And honestly, straps aren't that expensive. If you wanted to go to your local home improvement store, I bought a pair of these that could withstand about 350 pounds, and they were like $5. And if you buy a dowel rod and connect two straps together, you could also do other stuff with the dowel rod, like pull-ups and rows that are closer to the ground if you're a beginner. Now, the really cool thing about these $5 straps and a dowel rod combination, and the dowel rod I use in this video is made of poplar, so it's a hardwood, and it was 1.5 inches thick. And in my local home improvement store, it costs about $6. So for an additional $11, that's technically not gym equipment, you could work on pretty cool stuff like human flags. That's what I would do at home, where I would connect it to my door frame pull-up bar, attach a dowel rod to the straps to the pull-up bar, and able to work on human flags. So just some extra funky stuff there as a bonus, but really the options are unlimited. You can do numerous amounts of things with your body, but it really just depends on your own individual situation at home and what you could physically do with your body. For example, everyone has a couch, but not everyone will be able to work towards a dragon flag, either because they don't have the strength for it or because the couch will actually lift up as you're performing the exercise. So you want to be careful and work within your means. But if you're able to, the dragon flag is a fantastic way to build back strength and core strength for something like the front lever if you don't have a pull-up bar or gymnastics rings available. And you can work through those progressions and over time become stronger and stronger by bending your knees and then slightly extending your knees and then fully extending your knees for a full dragon flag. Now, another option is if you're working with a partner, your partner can sit on the couch and provide some weight down so the couch doesn't lift up as you're doing the dragon flag. So if you can't tell, I love working out at home. The benefits just far outweigh the cons of lack of equipment. You know, I can save time, I save money, I can even control my own music, I don't have to commute, I can do chores while I rest, I could even shower and nap right away. And with that extra time, I can do things I actually enjoy, like spend time with my family and even read books, because you want to feed your own creativity to do this kind of stuff anyway. Reading has sparked a huge curiosity and interest in all things fitness. And when I first started my career as a personal trainer, I would read any book I can get my hands on. And one that made a real big impact on me in regards to getting funky with equipment was a book I read by Zach Evan-Ash called The Encyclopedia for Underground Strength and Conditioning. And in this book, you use untraditional tools to build strength and conditioning, like kegs, and you would use ropes, and you would use cars even as car pushes, stones. You would fill bags with sand. You could even fill a book bag with sand and do things like rows and throws and stuff like that. You can use picnic tables and playgrounds. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And if you have that stuff available, you can get really creative and train your entire body that way. It doesn't take a lot besides your own body weight. And if you have a little bit of extra money to spend in your budget, I made a video on how to build a home gym for under $100. And I highly suggest you check that out, because you only need these 3 tools to get a full gym. So if you have any questions or concerns about this video or that video, leave them below. And if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this one. Until next time.